ज्योति यादव ने पत्रकारिता की शुरुआत 2016 में द ललन टॉप से की, जिसके बाद उन्होंने रुकने का नाम नहीं लिया। 2017 में न्यूज 18 और 2018 में इन शॉर्ट्स में अपनी कुशलता का लोहा मनवाने के बाद 2019 में उन्होंने द प्रिंट में कदम रखा। एचजीटी विश्वविद्यालय की मास कम्युनिकेशन विभाग की छात्रा श्याम भवी ने ज्योति यादव से की खास बातचीत।
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Today we have with us Jyoti Yadav, a known journalist of India. A warm welcome to you.
Thank you, Shambhavi.
Ma'am, as you visited the campus and interacted with the students, how's been your experience in SGT University?
I really enjoyed talking to the students, and there I could feel the connect to the students, because I also come from a rural background, and I could so many faces, and they were curious, and they were they asked so many questions, and I found it very interesting. It was a fruitful discussion from my side. I hope they also enjoyed it.
Ma'am, as a content writer, you have worked for InShorts and other organizations. So tell us something about your unique style of writing.
Unique style of writing. I focus on being sensitive. My language is sensitive. You just use simple language. You have to connect to the readers. So I always make sure that I tell my story, I tell someone else's story in a way that a normal reader, my parents, migrants, laborers, the underprivileged, they could understand my language. So my reporting language is very simple, but it is sensitive at the same time.
Ma'am, what do you think about the future of entrepreneurship in India?
Entrepreneurship in India. Since I have worked with InShorts, and it's a new startup in Indian journalism. There were conventional media houses, either TV or newspaper, but InShorts, when it came up 6 years ago, it gave us many ideas in the field of journalism. Right now we have public app, we have so many YouTube channels, and we have so many digital platforms like Wire, the Wire, News Laundry, and the Print. So there is a market. There are consumers. So I guess in the upcoming years, there will be more entrepreneurs in media field, and we'll see them, becoming big names.
And hopefully more women.
Yes, hopefully more women.
Yes. And ma'am, during lockdown, you were very much active. So what ups and downs did you face as a journalist during the COVID period?
So COVID was a new challenge for everybody, for the seniors and for the juniors as well. It was a new disease, we could not see our loved ones, and we could not come back home and hug our loved ones. So first of all, this virus isolated you, if you are on the ground, if you are covering migrants, going back home, and if you are visiting hospital wards, and if you are visiting crematoriums, then a feeling of loneliness, a feeling of isolation, it gripped every reporter whosoever went on the ground. And then second challenge was to become a health reporter. Usually we are ground reporters. We cover crime, we cover politics, we also cover small town India, we cover rural India as well. But COVID was a new beat. We were learning each day. We were learning new things about science and virus and vaccines. So first of all, the biggest challenge was to educate yourself, to unlearn certain things and learn new things. And the third challenge was to just navigate safely from hospital wards and from towns and villages, because you could be the headline. If you didn't take measurements, safety measurements, you could have become a headline. Because I remember when Rohit Sardana, a prominent news personality, he died of COVID, and I was in Gazipur, eastern part of Uttar Pradesh, and I was in an emergency ward of a hospital, and I saw that news on Twitter, and I could not breathe for next 20 minutes. I was breathless, and I was anxious, and I was, overburdened with the feeling that I might be the next if I don't stop reporting, if I continue, on the highway and I continue traveling, because this virus, it affected the most privileged person in our country, in every country worldwide. So this was the biggest fear, to come back home, to return home safely and escape this virus. And fortunately, I returned in 60 days. I spent 2 months in UP and Bihar, and I fell sick many times. I myself fell sick, and I got tested and I isolated myself. But in the end, I'm sitting here.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you have won 3 awards in 2 years, out of which 2 were Ladli Awards. So what do you think might have led you to fetch these awards?
During this interaction with the students, I deliberately, emphasized on the gender part, because we are a society, we are a patriarchal society, and this field, especially journalism, it is dominated by male. So being a woman, being a girl, and it is my duty, I feel, obliged, and I feel overwhelmed to share my experiences as a woman. I deliberately tell my experiences so that the next generation, like you and those who will join this media industry, they can learn from our experiences, and we can make some space for the new feminists, the first generation learners. So it is very important to do gender based reporting, gender sensitive reporting. It could be a gang rape story, any story can be explored from the gender perspective. For example, COVID also. So I would like to, some portals also reported on this, why women were, not going for the vaccines, and the vaccine gap, the testing gap. There was a huge gap. Men are usually the heads of the family, and they decide who they will, the women of the house, who they will vote for and who will go for the testing. So there was a huge gender gap during the COVID times also. And if we look at the outcomes of this virus, there is a gender gap in education also. More girls, they dropped out of schools, and parents, they tried to marry them off at young age, and there were many children marriages, and there is always a possibility to explore a story from gender angle. So it is I feel responsible for this. I feel this responsibility to do certain reports from gender equality and gender sensitivity.
Ma'am, who do you idolize as a journalist?
I cannot pinpoint one person. I come from a family of, I can say they are agricultural laborers. But in journalism, I learn from my daily experiences. I meet, I can say that powerful mukhyas, female mukhyas. I meet survivors of brutal, crimes, and they have this fighting spirit. So I take inspiration from my own subjects, on the, whosoever I am reporting on. I take inspiration. I take inspiration from men also, because there are wonderful men who empower women. So I don't have certain ideals as such, but I think we can take inspiration from anybody, and it's good to have ideals so that you can draw line between good and bad. You can choose a path for yourself, that this is what you want to do. If you idolize Ravish Kumar, then you idolize ground reporting, you idolize the way he talks to the underprivileged, to the marginalized, and to the most vulnerable people. So it's good to have ideals, but in my case, I guess if I have to take few names, then I will take Shekhar Gupta, Ravish Kumar, and there are so many female reporters also, Arfa Khanam Sherwani. I know them personally, but I would like to take their names as my ideals also, and someone who inspire others.
You are my inspiration.
Thank you.
And thank you for giving us your precious time. This has been Shambhavi. Thank you so much.